Are you having fun with AI in your business? Or are you still sitting back absolutely terrified and thinking it's going to put us all out of a job? AI is something which is becoming harder and harder to ignore. It is becoming more and more prevalent out there. The conversation is getting louder, the usage is getting bigger, and honestly, I think we're in a place where this is here to stay, and it's really time to either get on board or get left behind. Now, I do not believe that AI is going to put us all out of jobs. I don't believe it's going to take over, but I do believe it really has a place to play. It can really have a significant value to your business if you embrace it and use it in the right way. Now, the right way for me is not asking AI to write a load of marketing and then you just churning it out verbatim. Because if you do that, firstly, everybody will know it's really bloody obvious when posts are written by AI. But it's also, people will recognise that and they just won't connect with you. So that is not where you want to take AI. But I want to share with you today three really good uses of AI. And I might either help you start to have a dabble if you're not already dabbling, or help you think of some new ways to using it if you've started and you know there's a little bit more that you could do. So what can AI do for you? One of the brilliant things about it is it can be your brainstorming partner. How many times have you ever said, I wish I had a business partner, I wish I could talk this through with somebody? Well, AI is so kind of advanced and intuitive these days that you can really do that. ChatGPT is the platform that I am using the most at the moment. I've dabbled with a few others, but ChatGPT is the one that I particularly like. I kind of like his banter. So he's very happy to have a conversation with you. He will always be very polite to you. He'll even have a little bit of a joke with you. So it literally is like having somebody sat there working with you. But it's a brilliant tool for the beginnings of an idea, and putting these ideas into ChatGPT and asking it to help you hone and refine things. You might ask something like, I've got... how do I create a video course all about how to price your services? And it will start to help you to narrow down the right direction to go in. So it can be a brainstorming partner for all sorts of different things. It can be brilliant for triggering ideas or helping you get started. So as I say, I wouldn't ask it to write all your posts, but using ChatGPT to get the ideas flowing is an absolutely brilliant way to do it. Give me five suggested articles for a 5-minute vlog about pricing aimed at small business owners this week. And what I would say is the more time you spend there, the more that the system gets to know you and gets to understand your tone and gets to understand your specialities, and it will get to grasp your values, your style of talking, your sense of humour and all sorts of things like that. And over time it gets better and better at reflecting who you really are. So it's an absolutely brilliant way of sparking ideas. Give me 5 ideas for this. But you can take that further. So you could use something like ChatGPT to help you build a content plan, and you can go into detail on that. So you can ask it for things like, can you find me a template for a content plan? But then the more detail you go into, the better it will get. So you can describe what kind of information you want on there, whether you want it complex, whether you want it simple. You could even describe which kind of app it's created in. You could describe which platforms you want it to build in. You could ask for whether it's going to give you tips on strategy or anything like that. So you can go through loads of lovely layers of depth in there. And then the other thing that the AI stuff is brilliant for is research. It can be a great research partner. You could use it, and people are starting to use it. This is really why you need to be there. People are starting to use it more and more like a search engine, but a much more intelligent search engine. So as an example, recently, I kind of fell out of love with the task management system that I've been using. I just found it wasn't clicking anymore. I felt like things were constantly behind, and I wanted to start afresh. So I asked ChatGPT to help me find a new task management system. And what I said is, I don't want you to just make me recommendations. I want you to ask me lots of questions so that we get to pinpoint what I'm really looking for. So we went backwards and forwards. Do you want this kind of thing? Do you want that kind of thing? And he took me through lots of different questions. I don't know why it's a he. Took me through lots of different questions and eventually made 2 suggestions, one of which I am using, and it's absolutely perfect. I am loving it. So you can help it. ChatGPT, any of the other AI can help you research things, whereas previously you might have gone onto YouTube and said, find me a video about such a thing. Well, you can go to ChatGPT and you can ask it for much more detail, and it's going to give you various different options. It will link you through to key things, it will give you lots of suggestions. So what I would say is there are loads of different ways to use AI in your business, whatever the nature of your business. I would encourage you, do not rely on it being factually correct. Remember, it's scraping the internet, so it's doing its best, but I would never rely on anything it gives you to be factually correct. You always need to do your research. Don't just spout verbatim something that AI gives you, because it will be clear it's AI and it won't talk in your natural language. Use it as a starting point, tweak it, and then use that to just enhance what you're already doing. The big thing I would say though is, don't ignore it or you will get left behind. If you are desperately struggling with this kind of thing, you know you need to be there but you just don't know where to start, then book in with me for a strategy session and we can spend an hour talking about exactly how ChatGPT or similar could really help you in your business. Message me at tailory.co.uk to see how I can help.